Now to sport with Meredith Sheehan.
Some news fails are so bad they feel like a parody, like the anchor who started reading his own email out loud thinking it was a script, or the one who reported on her own arrest without realizing it was her. The weather woman multiplied live on air. It started like any regular forecast on Fox 9. Jennifer was dressed bright and confident, ready with numbers for the night. But then something strange happened on screen. Right as she pointed to the map, ghost-like copies of her began trailing behind. She paused, clearly surprised, then smiled and reacted live as the glitch got worse.
Ooh, that's funky. What is going... Ooh!
She laughed out loud, waving her hands to see more versions of herself stacking up on the screen.
What's going on? Oh, man. Do you guys want one Jennifer or two Jennifers?
As her co-anchors joined in with laughter, she asked them how many Jennifers they wanted today.
This is what, oh, this
We're having a technical meltdown.
Then came the moment she stepped sideways, turning the glitch into a full conga line. The studio burst into laughter.
Oh my gosh.
When the screen finally corrected, she caught her breath and praised the chaos as brilliant.
68 degrees. I have no idea what that was, but that was brilliant. Yes, it was.
Izard scared a news anchor on live TV. This happened during a live segment on Channel 5 Morning News. The anchor stood beside a handler who brought in a Texas rat snake for a friendly demonstration. At first, the anchor tried to stay cool.
But
Can I find this in Arlington?
Oh, good grief, yes.
Oh, boy. Let's see how long it is. Let's hold it out.
Then, as they stretched the snake, the anchor held one end while the handler explained its size.
This guy is probably close to 5 feet. Texas rat snakes are going to be one of the largest snakes.
Suddenly, a lizard made a fast move toward him. The anchor panicked, shouted loudly, and jumped back in fear.
Found in the Metroplex area.
The handler laughed hard, but the anchor kept shouting to get the snake away.
Get this thing off me, man! Get this thing off me, man!
He looked shocked, backed away, and threw his hands up in frustration.
God dang!
Bug enters a news anchor mouth. A news reporter began with full focus, dressed sharp and composed. Just seconds in, something invisible flew at him. He flinched hard and shouted loudly.
The fuck is that? Shit! I'm dying.
He turned from the camera and snapped, tossing the mic in pure frustration. His words were intense.
Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck, I can't.
As he rubbed his face and tried to speak, he looked fully done with the moment.
I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out of this country, motherfucker. I can't see me.
He tried to gather himself, put on sunglasses, and prepared to finish the report. But the energy had already shifted. The screen cuts to a graphic with a quiet beep, closing the chaos. When a live weather interview took a hard fall, the woman in a white jacket gave a confident answer about running on snow. She looked sure of herself while explaining why this dry snow felt perfect under her shoes. She was calm and smiling while saying it to the reporter.
And I said, what are you doing running? And you're saying it was really good out?
It's the perfect texture for running, very low impact on its dry snow.
Now the reporter turned to the man standing beside her. Then the man spoke like he was enjoying this more than just a simple jog. He said there were many others out too, even skiers.
It's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of other runners and more skiers than runners for sure. I think they've got a little bit of the advantage with the whole.
As the interview wrapped up, both runners were thanked and started jogging away. That is when things took a turn. Just seconds after they left, the woman suddenly slipped hard and landed flat on her back. The camera caught it all.
Sorry to have kept you, but I appreciate you guys talking with us. All right, thanks. We've seen a lot of people out here, like you said, running.
The reporter's voice suddenly changed. She quickly reacted on air while watching the fall unfold right in front of her. Her live outro got cut off as she gasped and said something without thinking. It was clear she was just as surprised as we were.
Just enjoying it. One thing, oops. That can happen, unfortunately. Looks like Chelsea's okay.
Surprise live TV moment. The news anchor starts off focused, but as the camera cuts to her, she's clearly unprepared, leading to a surprising expression of shock. Her eyes widen in surprise as she catches herself being live, letting out an audible gasp. Her quick reaction to recover shows her professionalism, transitioning into the next segment despite the brief moment of surprise.
Now to sport with Meredith Sheehan.
Prank gone wrong on camera. The video opens with a young woman walking, but things take a sharp turn when she gets a tap on the shoulder. Her happy expression quickly changes to one of anger.
Ass.
She raises her middle finger at the camera in a sudden outburst, shouting loudly.
Yo, Creek.
Yo, what's up?
The camera shakes as the water sprays, followed by a startled reaction from the man holding the camera. Fox 10 weather report fail. The weatherman starts by presenting the current temperatures, but things quickly go wrong as Keela Ben shows a temperature of 750 degrees. His professional demeanor falters, and the audience can sense the absurdity.
We'll bring you on into the temps, and we're all doing okay. Wow, 750 degrees in Gila Bend right now.
The weatherman reacts with mild surprise as the temperatures in other cities climb into the thousands. He continues with the report, making jokes about the impossibly high numbers, treating them like serious threats.
Authorized to evacuate Ahwatukee, but this temperature seems pretty high.
Global Calgary weather segment blooper. The weatherman begins with a calm introduction, but as the graphic changes, things start to go wrong. He trips over the word participaction, and you can see his frustration grow.
It's nice this morning. Your participation.
The situation escalates when he reads swinging as the activity of the day, leading to a cheeky comment about key parties.
So, go to the dollar store and get a fishbowl.
As the realization hits, he awkwardly corrects himself, laughing nervously. He realizes the suggestion is about playground swings, but the earlier comment still lingers in the air.
Oh, swinging at a playground!
The anchors, clearly enjoying the moment, can't stop laughing. The weatherman, trying to regain control, adds humorously to the situation.
I wasn't expecting this fishbowl reference.
Yeah, put your keys in a bowl.
Yeah, I know.
Despite his best efforts to move on, the anchors keep teasing him, pushing the situation further into awkward but hilarious territory.
So, either way, you get your activity in for the day, I guess.
Camera operator falls during a live segment. During the interview, just as Bill Shorten makes a bold statement about tax refunds, a loud crashing noise interrupts the conversation. Both men are visibly startled, but the calmness of the situation quickly returns.
That we're handing back bigger tax refunds to 10 million Australians than the government's currently offering.
A loud crash is heard, and both men react with surprise. Shorten flinches and turns sharply toward the source of the noise. Despite the loud noise, Barry Cassidy tries to regain control of the situation, attempting to smoothly steer the conversation forward.
Get someone in. Collapse.
Sounds like it.
Acknowledging the disruption, Cassidy informs viewers about the studio problem, keeping a professional tone despite the awkwardness.
We're just going to go to a package and we'll come back to you. We've got a bit of a problem in the studio.
Anchor laughs at serious story. The anchor begins with a serious tone, delivering grim news about a murder case. However, as she continues, her composure starts to falter when describing the gruesome details.
Of who is believed to be the mother of two were found this weekend in and near the Grant home.
Her attempt to regain control is clear, but the suppressed laugh and the amusement in her eyes make the situation uncomfortable.
Even Grant, and he was brought here to Northern Michigan Hospital where he is being treated for hypothermia.
News anchor laughs at worst police sketch fail, news blooper. In this segment, a news anchor has to describe a police sketch of a suspect in a robbery case. However, the sketch's simplicity leads to an amusing and somewhat awkward situation.
Then police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania were asking people to be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store.
He eagerly calls for the description to be displayed, but when the image appears, his expression changes to disbelief.
Take his description.
As he continues describing the features, it becomes harder to keep a straight face.
They wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got a nose and some hair.
The situation escalates as he sarcastically thanks the sketch for helping the police catch the suspect.
Get a good look for yourself. Oh, and now I'm getting word that police actually caught this.
The stark difference between the sketch and the mugshot of the real suspect adds to the comedy.
Next to the sketch that led to his arrest.
Where's the pointy chin?
It's uncanny, Lisa.
The anchors share a laugh, acknowledging the oddity of the situation, but also recognizing the sketch's surprising success.
Funny, except it's a real sketch.
That was actually the sketch that the police sent out.
Reporter confuses Christmas elf name with stripper name live on air. This segment shows a hilarious moment when a news anchor mistakenly calls a reporter by a funny name. The anchors struggle to keep it together as they try to clarify the situation.
You can take part in our morning of giving today. Our Leslie we got Leslie's name too, did we not?
The female anchor unexpectedly responds with a playful and amusing name, setting off laughter in the studio.
Peach's Cookie Fingers.
Peach's Cookie Finger.
The reporter on location is shocked by the name and wonders if it's a joke.
Down in the parking lot.
That's your elf.
Okay, what?
Yeah,
Is that my stripper name?
The female anchor tries to clarify, but the playful mix-up only makes everyone laugh harder.
Elf. Christmas elf.
Oh!
Christmas elf name.
The miscommunication leads Leslie to misstate the name again, making the situation even funnier.
Peach's Sticky Fingers?
Leslie explains why she finds the new version of the name even funnier, leading to more laughter.
Because Peach's Sticky Fingers is a better stripper name than elf name is what I'm thinking.
Host in stitches after extremely awkward comment. This segment features a hilarious moment from a live news broadcast. The reporter uses an innocent word that sparks uncontrollable laughter in the studio.
In July. And I'll see you guys at the Logies on Sunday.
She then mentions her outfit, unaware that the word she uses could cause a huge reaction.
Yeah, this is my outfit, by the way. What do you reckon? Red carpet, red...
Carl, in the studio, humorously suggests she could wear Ugg boots on her hands.
Whoa, yes.
Pretty
Why
swish.
not?
You're wearing your Ugg boots on your hands.
But things take an unexpected turn when Natalia innocently mentions her muff.
There we go.
The word muff triggers a chain of laughter, leading to chaos in the studio.
Natalia's brought back the muff. It's very practical, the muff.
Carl struggles to regain control as Sarah continues to explain the item's usefulness, but it only fuels more laughter.
Exactly. A whole host of things that you could do with that.
Despite Sarah's best efforts, Carl cannot stop laughing, making this moment unforgettable.
All right. Stop it. I think we should move on. Yes. Coming up.
Pickleball turned into a punchline. On Global Calgary, things started out perfectly normal. A simple chat about sports took a strange and hilarious turn live on air.
Coming up in 10 minutes, we've got people from the Alberta Masters Games coming in, talking about how if you're over 30...
Then someone casually mentions they brought a pickleball. That is when the energy on set starts to shift.
compete in a wide range of sports in Alberta for the first time.
They brought a pickleball.
They brought a pickleball.
Soon, one of them makes a cheeky comment without realizing what she just said.
Well, they just brought one. So we would have to throw it at each other, but I'm in.
You can play with yourself.
The awkward silence turns into full-on giggles. Everyone starts losing it.
Oh.
So it's raining outside and scattered showers across the city. 12 degrees is what we're saying.
The man jokes about feeling hot, and no one can hold back their laughter anymore.
I feel very warm all of a sudden. I'm sweating. What's happening?
He then delivers the line that seals this as a true live TV fail.
Move on, and it'll be cooler and wet today.
Just gonna go play.
The anchors admit they are acting like kids. At least they know it.
We're children. We're children.
Oh, we are in the playground.
The dog who stole the show. Literally. Just as she starts speaking about the warmer weather, a golden retriever surprises her by snatching the microphone and running off. She looks shocked and jumps back in surprise.
Термометров будут показывать на этой неделе до 8 плюс 9 градусов.
Without a second thought, the reporter dashes after the dog. You can hear her shouting commands as she tries to catch up. Viewers are now watching a live chase instead of a weather update. Back in the studio, the anchor keeps her cool. She glances down, then looks back up, saying the connection seems to be lost, though we can still see exactly what is going on. Meanwhile, the reporter is trying to pull the microphone out of the dog's mouth. The anchor begins to smile, clearly amused by the whole thing, but keeping it professional. Finally, the reporter gets the mic back. She kneels beside the dog, still smiling and out of breath. The anchor checks if she can hear her again. The storm that fought back. In the middle of a stormy night, Teresa starts yelling her warning with full force. The weather is wild, and you can feel her frustration as she tries to get her message across.
Don't make unnecessary journeys.
She tells viewers to avoid dangerous roads. The wind is so loud she nearly has to shout each word, her hand held up near her ear.
Don't take risks on treacherous roads.
Then, she warns people not to go swimming. Her tone becomes even sharper, almost as if she cannot believe someone would even try that.
Don't swim in the sea. Incredibly.
She continues by saying people were actually seen in the sea that day. The storm is strong, and her face shows how serious this is.
People have been spotted in the water here in Blackrock and Salt Hill.
Suddenly, right in the middle of her sentence, a huge red object comes flying across the screen and crashes. The camera shakes badly. The camera falls, capturing just chaos, then it all cuts to black. It was a wild moment, and the storm clearly had the last word.
Yesterday.
Weather reporter was asked to cover up on air. Liberté was presenting the weather when suddenly a hand appeared with a sweater. She looked shocked, clearly not ready for what just happened.
Tomorrow, what's going on?
She turned to the side, confused and surprised. It was clear she had not been told this would happen on live TV.
You want me to put this on? Why?
When asked to wear the sweater, she questioned the reason. Her face showed disbelief, like she could not believe this was happening.
Because it's cold?
We get a lot of emails.
What?
Then came the real reason. Someone off-screen said they were getting emails. Liberté looked even more stunned after hearing that.
There you go.
Really?
There you go.
Trying to keep it professional, she put the sweater on. You could tell she felt awkward, but kept going with a small smile. She joked about her look, comparing herself to a librarian. It was a funny but uncomfortable moment for everyone watching.
Okay.
That's nice.
I look like a librarian now.
Reporter flees bison during Yellowstone coverage. Dion was getting ready for a calm weather report, but something off camera clearly caught his eye. His whole face shifted from focus to concern.
Oh my God.
Now the camera cuts to a bison calmly grazing, but that peaceful look did not help Dion feel any safer. Back on Dion, he seemed even more alarmed. His eyebrows raised higher, and you could see he was not joking.
Oh my God.
The bison lowered its head. Dion got the message and made a clear decision. He was not staying for a second longer.
Oh no, I ain't messing with you. Oh no.
He quickly turned and started walking off. Then it turned into a full retreat. The camera even struggled to follow him.
Oh no.
As he reached his car, you could hear it in his voice. He had no plan to argue with a wild bison.
Oh no, I'm not messing with you.
From the safety of the car, Dion let out one last sound of relief. This moment became one of his most famous clips. Mic problems and walk-off chaos on live morning news. The segment opened with playful teasing about a hat. The anchor on the right mentioned someone taking her hat, and the others jumped in with questions and laughter.
Kenny should give me back my hat.
Your hat? Is that yours?
Did it look like a boy hat?
No.
It's not. It's mine.
They started comparing the look to a famous country singer. Everyone seemed to agree. Then one anchor made a cheeky comment that made the room burst into laughter.
Like Kenny Chesney.
He does.
Doesn't he?
Except he should take his shirt off.
He's going to. It's coming up. It's coming.
Then they remembered something from the past. A camera fell into water once, and the memory led to more chuckles. But the anchor on the right suddenly got distracted by her microphone.
There was a camera at that park before. Didn't somebody fall in the water with a camera?
Was it there?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
As she fiddled with her mic, the others kept joking. One of them made a funny but slightly harsh comment that seemed to catch the anchor off guard.
Talk so loud you can hear her anyway.
Is it on now?
Oh no, I think they wanted it off.
She stood up and walked off the set. Her reaction was dramatic but still playful. The others laughed, unsure if she was really mad.
Just kidding. Oh, she's going away! I was kidding!
BBC Interview turns into a family comedy. This was supposed to be a serious discussion on politics with Professor Kelly, live on BBC. He was all set, speaking calmly from his home office. But then, something totally unexpected happened behind him.
And the question is, how do democracies respond to those scandals?
And what will it mean for...
His daughter walked in like it was her show. She looked cheerful and bold, standing behind her father as he kept talking, not yet noticing her. The anchor caught it first and could not help but point it out.
Shifting sands in the region, do you think relations with the North may change?
Just when you thought it was over, a second child rolled in, this time in a baby walker. Kelly saw him and looked completely distracted, trying to stay calm while clearly losing control of the situation.
I would be surprised if they do.
And then came the real rescue mission. Their mother rushed in like a secret agent, crouching fast and clearly in panic mode. She tried her best to grab both kids without fully appearing on screen.
My apologies.
She managed to get both kids out, still crouching near the door. Kelly turned back to the camera, trying to pretend nothing happened, but his face said it all. He was both embarrassed and helpless.
My apologies. Sorry.
He gave it one more try to continue the interview. He looked straight at the camera, trying hard to bring back the serious tone. But the internet had already turned this into a comedy classic.
South Korea's policy choices on North Korea have been severely limited in the last 6 months to a year.
Anderson Cooper laughs too hard for live TV. Anderson Cooper is one of the most respected news anchors on television, but on this night, even he could not stay serious. His show featured a holiday that caught him off guard, and what followed turned into a laugh fit that completely broke the news desk mood.
Time now for the ridiculous, and tonight I gotta do it. I'm adding myself again for losing it on air again.
He tried to explain how the story was about a fun holiday called Dingus Day, but even while speaking, you could see him holding back a smile.
On last night's Ridiculous, we added anyone who missed out on Dingus Day, a little-known holiday. It sounds like a lot of fun. Now,
then he made it clear he was not mocking the holiday. And then he introduced the clip from the night before. That had started it all.
I didn't put the holiday itself on the Ridiculous. It was anyone who missed out on the holiday.
In the playback, a cheerful scene from Dingus Day was shown. People were dancing and smiling. But the moment the voiceover mentioned the traditions involving water and pussy willow branches, the camera cut back to Anderson, and his smirk had grown.
The quirky little rituals include boys sprinkling girls that they fancy with water.
That was it. You could see him trying not to laugh. He looked down, then back up, barely holding it together. His hand moved toward his mouth, but it was too late. A giggle escaped. From there, things just collapsed. He apologized mid-laugh, shook his head, and looked away from the camera. You could feel the moment slipping from control as his body moved with silent laughter. He completely lost it. Anderson ducked his head down, trying to hide. His laughter got louder, and there was no way to stop it. For a moment, it felt like we were watching a blooper, not a live news segment.
I'm not going to let you do this one. Sorry.
When live news goes wrong. Alyssa appeared calm at first, but right after hearing her co-anchor's words, her expression shifted drastically. She quickly seemed to realize something had gone wrong.
Live in the studio, Alyssa, this really is the calm.
As the issue continued, Alyssa leaned forward, eyes focused downward, and let out a clear exclamation of frustration. She was dealing with something unexpected, and the frustration was clear as she muttered in disappointment.
Before the storm. Not again.
By the end, Alyssa softly sighed and shook her head, trying to handle the situation in a professional way while live on air. She could only shake her head and let out a soft "oh" while trying to manage the unexpected glitch behind the scenes.
No! Oh!
Live TV never fails to surprise us, and these clips are proof. Make sure to subscribe so you do not miss the next one. Share your thoughts and what topic we should cover next.